Because right now, we're hauling water, the county's hauling water to every site out there in that area. But my question, because you mentioned that we had a water agreement, could we, is it in the best interest of White Pine County to have some type of water well out there access for the future, being now or being a month from now or whatever? Because we're hauling water from White Pine County out to that whole area with the mines, with Gold Rock and all the other mines that are gonna be accessing these roads from the north or the south or east or west. We need to have something out there to be able to maintain the roads with the water, and that's my question.
So, Mr. Chairman, we can have that for, or whatever, Richard, sorry, been used to for so long.
Yeah.
You're not, yeah, so let's put that on another agenda, discuss water options in that valley. It's definitely something that would benefit everyone, it's not part of this item. All the things we're talking about are justification and facts surrounding why I'd like this board to ratify the closure of that road. That's why it was proper to discuss in many sense, but, and we can talk about water, some other things later. If Western Gold wants to address some of these issues, they are certainly able to work with Mr. Collarwood in showing how they're gonna solve the water and gravel problem.
So I'll make the motion to approve ratifying the closure of the road.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, none, that's unanimous. Thank you, gentlemen.
I will work with Will.
Alrighty, we're moved to our 10 o'clock, Bassett Lake, Snipplemutt, discussion regarding a potential around 20 or 21 parks, trails, and natural areas, Snipplemutt proposal for White Pine County. The project would acquire Bassett Lake from Rio Tinto, repair and upgrade the dam, install a new boat ramp, and possibly install some basic recreational facilities. This is just some very early and preliminary discussions. Jose Noriega, District Ranger, U.S. Forest Service.
So for the record, Jose Noriega, I do need to clarify on this, so I am not here representing the Forest Service today. So I am here as a public citizen and I'm interested in sports. And so the other thing I do want to share, I have contact from Rio Tinto again, this is very early. I want to get out ahead of this idea and have some time to work through it. There are a lot of details that are done. Rio Tinto has not committed to anything at this point. But we have approximate, just a little under a year and a half before the next round of SNCMA comes up. I don't want to rush into anything like this. So, little background on this. Growing up here in Ely, I'm an avid sportsman. I love to fish. Used to go out to Bassett Lake with my grandparents. There was a boat ramp there. Used to enjoy fishing the lake along with all the others. Anyone that's been out to Bassett Lake lately, it's bad. The fisheries is almost gone. The dam doesn't meet state requirements. We are on the verge at this point of losing that reservoir and the opportunities that exist there with that reservoir. I've had a chance to talk to former Judge Dan Papez. He led an effort, I believe, in the 90s to attempt to resolve this issue, and it did not go anywhere. I've talked with Endow, with Heath, a little bit about it. And so I've been actually behind the scenes looking at this issue for about 3 years now. What it's come down to is no one out there has the funding to deal with this issue, to be able to save Bassett Lake and keep it as an asset to this county and our communities. Except there's one option, and that's through a SNCMA proposal through White Pine County. And I kind of lined out kind of the steps. They're very early. The county would acquire the property Bassett Lake sits on from Rio Tinto. Well, this is after we would submit a proposal to SNCMA and hope it gets funded. If it gets funded, county would acquire the property, then enter into contracts and so forth to go out there and redo the dam, completely reconstruct the dam to meet state requirements. Once that's done, the dam's redone, then we got the water rights issue. In my opinion, the water rights issue is the most challenging issue out there. And there are several options to look at out there. But it is the most challenging, but there are a couple options that would have to be explored to figure out how to do that.
Can I interrupt you for a second? There's a pretty still fresh water source coming through that.
There is.
Coming into that reservoir.
Except the last 2 years, it didn't flow. There was no water flowing through it. And we almost lost the fisheries over the last 2 years. So in our better water years, it's not too bad.
Is that because it gets appropriated upstream?
It's getting moved upstream, so it's not, the last 2 years it hasn't made it to the reservoir.
Okay.
And so if we do this as a county, and we appropriate that amount of money, we have to be sure that we're gonna have enough water to make that lake secure out there.
And Jose, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, because former Judge Perpez contacted myself when I was a new commissioner and was working, and we went to UNR trying to make that a conservation district,
Yeah.
I believe, at that time too. So this has been worked on for a long time to try and salvage.
I'll tell you what I discovered. So there were some concerns out there about potential contaminants and stuff from tailings and all that. But anyone that pays attention to the fisheries around here, surprisingly, Bassett Lake, to my knowledge, has no restrictions on fisheries related to contaminants. Cummins Lake does, but Bassett doesn't. There is always some risk there that you acquire a lake and you end up with fisheries problems with contaminants. That risk is out there pretty much anywhere you go. The other risk that's kept a lot of people away from it is the dam.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say rattlesnakes.
No, there's a lot of those out there too. Everyone is shying away because of the dam, even Rio Tinto. Because I actually met with Rio Tinto with their asset manager, and we talked about this. Based on that conversation that we had, they are open to conversations about this. So he's kind of looking on their side to see what options. They are interested in finding a solution to this if it works out for everyone.
Sounds pretty good.
So the reason I'm bringing it to you is I'm willing to kind of take this and start some initial conversations. But I didn't want to do that without this commission knowing kind of what I was doing. If the commission at some point is interested in proceeding with round 20 and Rio Tinto is a willing partner to proceed into this, then I will work with whoever you want me to in the county to help prepare that application.
Great.
It's gonna be a big project. It could be $30 million.
That was gonna be my next point, is they usually don't even give us a chance unless it's at least that much. So
Yeah,
that's-
it's
Glad
gonna
you
be
found a way
big.
to spend that money.
SNPLMA is the only way, in my opinion, to fix this before it's gone.
The problem would be, I think too, is once, and if it was ever acquired, the maintenance.
You're correct. So there will be some maintenance responsibility that someone would have to take on. At this point, it would go back to the county. So there's some state requirements on maintaining the dam and permitting on the dam. The other thing that I see, and I mentioned in your rec facilities, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't put much as far as rec facilities out there because of vandalism issues. Maybe some very basic stuff. The two items that I would emphasize should be included is a small one-hole vault toilet on each end of the dam and a boat ramp. And anything beyond that would kind of be up to this commission.
Just a toilet or enclosure maybe?
Right. Well, yeah, okay, we'll put that building around the toilet too.
It'd be cheaper if we just put the toilet there.
They're just here to give you a hard time.
I know, I'm used to
Yes,
it.
yes, I was gonna say, he gets them all the time.
But do you foresee a possible partnership with NDOW on this?
So NDOW is interested in this project. At this point, is he here?
No, I can see it,
Okay, he said he might come. I've been talking to Heath about it.
yeah.
And so, they are definitely interested in this project, but they're not at this point getting involved other than conversations.
Okay.
But it is a partnership we can talk with them about. They're in a similar boat though. The administration of the dam stuff, NDOW's not real big on taking responsibility for a dam either.
They just don't have the funding.
Yeah, I've noticed with the big empty lake up there at Caves, that maintaining dams is not high on our list of priorities.
Yeah, the funding part of it. The nice thing is what's occurring at Cave Lake is a funding issue to bring it up to standard. And they don't have the money to it. State doesn't have access to SNPLMA. SNPLMA will solve that issue as far as bringing it up to standards of making it good. It solves several other issues out there too. We lost the road access across there. It is possible that we could reestablish that road access back across the dam when it's reconstructed. And I also talked about with the power. They have an issue with their power line that goes across that dam as well. That issue can also be resolved through a SNPLMA proposal.
Cool.
It'll provide fisheries opportunities, bird watching, duck hunting, all kinds of stuff. And Basset Lake has the potential to produce a fishery similar to Cummins Lake. And so from a tourism recreational opportunity, you add Bassett to Cummins and then McCabe Lake when it's restored, and maybe one day we'll get a better situation at Illinois.
Yeah, it's integrated.
It's coming.
This is really a good project. I like this.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start to do some investigative stuff. I'll stay in touch with Rio Tinto. Who do you guys want me to contact?
Tabitha Hamilton.
Tabitha, okay. I will keep in touch with her on this.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
myself.
Okay,
We need more people like you.
Thank you for your help, Jose, appreciate it.
4 years, 26 days.
And Jose, Jose, anytime reach out to me.
Okay,
And, you know, Tabitha is our grant writer,
okay,
so if you need anything outside of that, don't hesitate to contact her.
okay. I'll work with her. Like I said, we've got, just under a year and a half. I don't wanna rush into this. I want all the details good and clean.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
reaching out.
Great work.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll take Mark's item, and then we'll have a short break, and then we'll go to our 10:30. So go to item 2, Mark Hawley, Airport Manager, discussion for possible action, approval and release of Ely Airport Yellow Field request for statements of qualifications and experience for professional airport infrastructure, engineering, and planning services.
Good morning. I thought airports were expensive till I heard about dams. So our contract with Armstrong expires August 23rd. And so we have a request for professional engineering. An RFQ's already been written and it's ready to go. It's been published. So that's why we're here today, is just to put that out and try to get open bids for professional engineering for the airport.
We're just waiting for ratification of this, well, not ratification, approval, so we'll put it out publicly today.
Sounds good. I'll make a motion to approve, as presented. Thank you.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, none, passed unanimous. Thank you, Mark.
Mark, you have an update to this board on anything?
I'm gonna be vacating my position as the airport manager as of the 25th of July. And I love it here. I'm not able to bring my family here just due to the current economic situation, home prices and the stock market, all that kind of stuff. So it's been a part-time position. It's just kind of, I mean, I love it. I was here till Monday till 8 p.m. working on a light that a glider pilot had ran over. And I just love doing stuff like that. So here. And, but I'm gonna have to go back to the Philippines and just spend time with my family. So I've been away for a while now.
Just publicly wanted to thank them, and I'll be recruiting, I scheduled the job description,
Okay.
finish and put it out today.
Good enough.
Well, Mike and I have said by everybody.
Well,
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Mark.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And
Thank you.
best of luck to you.
No, this place, this is great. You guys, just so welcoming and stuff, the whole community, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the consent agenda, and then we'll go to break. I'll look for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. In regards though to the minutes, there was I don't know if it was a typo or what, but there was a change from EDC to EOC on one of the items. And that was it, so with that correction, motion to approve.
Okay, motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, none, passed unanimous. Okay, we'll take a quick break and resume at 10:30 for building and planning.
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chachis reporting.